Howdy, all you delicious people. I'm here today because there are possibly 8 YouTubers that I might have you intrigued to want to go on and subscribe to them because they are actually wonderful and nice people. But not only that, they are to also have some very interesting channels, some very interesting content. Maybe not everybody, but some people. Most people. But just there might just be one just sandwich, and that might exist. So with that said, if you feel that I have snubbed you or have not gone on and was to have put you upon this list, my bad. More than likely going on, it's been a while since I've seen certain people's content, channel, and whatever. I do apologize, but there is only so much time in the day. But I do like a lot of people's content. I do enjoy them. I do eventually from time to time just like, oh man, like I just want to see this one person's video today. And so like that's where I'm going to carve out some time upon my life to just watch their video beyond what other things that I should get into upon that day. So, besides probably certain people, because if there's great, wonderful people that are to be put on this list, there is to also be a ham slapping sandwich that eventually is just not as good as first seen on TV or wherever it is that you see this thing called YouTube. So, with that said, let's go into this list, and most of the time I'm going to be probably making jokes, doing the funny, and then going on and letting you know some things that I know about certain YouTubers. I don't know anything about whoever this is, though, because really there's just some times where I just find a channel like this, really, and I'm just like, you know what, like, this guy, like, he is to really just not get it right a lot, or he really just doesn't go on and is to just, like, do uploads to my liking. I would rather have him go on and do 3 videos in a small window of time every day. He just doesn't do that, so I'm just kind of irked a lot of times, but I just deal with it. Really, like, he should really go on and figure out how to just, like, put some views on his channels, for real. Like, this guy, seriously. Hopefully he'll do that one day. So, with that said, maybe you want to subscribe to a channel called Grimdeath Griffin. Whether this person is a guy, a girl, a goat, an alien from outer space, not quite sure. Maybe he's a CGI'd person and he's not really real. If he isn't real, then that's some Pinocchio that I don't. It's very strange. But moving on. Rainbow Fright. And now I can say that properly. Rainbow Fright. This, of course, was a YouTuber that I'd recently bumped in the night into. And I say bumped in the night because this YouTuber is to go on and mostly have horror videos. Horror, if I'm saying that correctly. Because sometimes English just doesn't sound properly correct. So, I went on and I saw this movie called Buffalo 66 upon this channel. And I went on and I reviewed said movie after seeing what Rainbow Fright had to say or display about this film. And I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna, like, go on, and since this person was to kind of recommend this to me, I'm gonna go on and do the right thing and to mention Rainbow Fright on that video, and that's what I did. And so I just decided to go upon this video and mention her again because I could. And I did. Moving on. By the way, Rainbow Fright really, really a cool person. And cool is probably not the best word to use. But when I went on and I was to uh, discuss things upon her comment section, she had gotten back to me, and I'm like, wow, this person's just like way cooler than I am. Maybe one day I could be that kind of cool, but I don't think it'll happen. The cool points are out the window. Let's move on. So let's move on to a YouTuber called Sophiakude. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, because English is cool. So, why do I keep saying cool? Sophiakude. This is a YouTuber that I stumbled upon, finding out that she is to talk about the MCU, Marvel movies, but that's not all, folks. That's not all she does. She also goes on and talks about new released movies like Jurassic World Dominion, which, for me, I honestly do not have the time to watch that kind of movie because I stubbornly just don't want to. But when looking at it, like, Sophia is to be there to review a movie of which that I may not go on and do. So check out Sophiakude. Her videos are actually, for the most part, pretty short, and I think they're really interesting. Also going on, I went on and was to comment on one of her videos, and we're kind of talking about the MCU and the possible future of the MCU. And it seems that she had some kind of things that was like, oh yeah, that is kind of a really interesting way to like think of how they're going to kind of put pieces together. But who knows with the MCU? Who knows? Multiverse of madness just freaking happens, and stuff goes down for real. And then DC Comics is a thing. It is. It exists eventually. So definitely check out Sophiakude. She goes on and does a lot of interesting videos. Some TikTok stuff too. Is to kind of be in the mix there, but really interesting. So go ahead and check her videos out. Really interesting. Moving on. Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. So Michael Rosenbaum is to also do another YouTube channel called Talkville with Tom Welling. And they go on and they do commentary over this show called Smallville because both of them were in that show for a number of seasons. So, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum is a YouTube channel where Michael Rosenbaum is to sit down with a number of celebrities or really just people, because celebrities are people too, and they at some points talk about their mental health. At some points we find out that some people are to go on and have panic attacks, anxiety, and a number of other things. And also you can possibly relate with a number of your possible favorite fanboy, fangirl crushes that you've had for years, Michael Rosenbaum, and go on and enjoy what, of course, is to be a really fun kind of YouTube video and podcast and so on and so forth. So yeah, really enjoyed Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. I'll leave links in the description below so you can go on and find all of these channels and subscribe to all of them. And also, yeah, like, so I would go on and try as much as humanly possible to kind of comb through a lot of this channel's videos, even going on to normally what is the most like recent ones, and like also seeing like Nathan Fillion back going on and kind of talking about things, talking about certain shows, and so on and so forth. So really enjoy Michael Rosenbaum. Check out Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's a really good show. It's a really good YouTube channel. So let's move on. J and A Reactions. So these ladies if I can call them ladies, are to do surprisingly well because it seems like reactions are the new reviews, it seems. uh, it seems that a lot of reaction channels do very well, and because a lot of the people that are doing the YouTube channels are actually really like really fun people, or just really good people. So I was to go on and eventually see like their Moon Knight reactions. I was to go on and see the Blair Witch reactions, where it seems that they were to go on and be fairly scared about that film. And I was like, oh yeah, so like we have like a very wide spectrum of a number of people that could be afraid of anything. Like when looking at it, like I can still be afraid of the Booger Man. Like I can't help it. And it's not to just have a stupid joke, but like when looking at it, like everyone has their own fear. Like there's sometimes where I honestly would be scared of an actual film. I do legitimately jump. And then I would just be going on like, ah, you son of a... you got me. You, movie, you. How dare you? But yeah, so JNA reactions, really interesting. Really like their content so far. And so hopefully you'll go on and check them out. Moving on, people. Moving on. So I went on and I am to mention this channel called K&K Anime, because in another channel, in another bubble of life, I was to have gone on and done another video where I was to talk about K&K Anime, and for some reason they decided to subscribe upon the channel of which that I was at that time, for a reason I don't quite understand, but I appreciate it anyways. And furthermore, during that time, I was technically doing quite things in here and there of anime, but like I could not keep that ball a rolling. Even though it seems that at some points people are like, heck yeah, like I really like you doing anime, that was really cool. But I just could not for the life of me keep the ball a rolling. It just wasn't going the way of which that I would have wanted it to, for whatever reason. So I decided, I'm like, yeah, let's just kind of try some things. Let's do some stuff. And then maybe come back one day upon anime, when I am to see a really good show. Maybe beyond just Darwin's Game, because I really enjoyed that anime. So, K&K Anime are to have two ladies that are to go on and really be really fun, and I really enjoy their videos. I really enjoy their stuff. And also I went on to just kind of at some points kind of randomly had conversations with them when their channel, of course, was smaller and I had time to watch videos in the world. And I always really liked their channel. So go on, hopefully check out K&K Anime, because they are really interesting. Moving on. Joce and Belle. Hopefully you are to go on to this channel, because these ladies are to be creative. Man, we go on, and in some videos they are to go on and try to recreate certain filming locations, and to mimic where, of course, movies were to be done. Check out their Free Guy tour and go on and see that they are to kind of showcase you where certain parts of that movie was filmed. And I thought that was really interesting. Like, they do Ozark. They go on to sets of Ozark and Hawkeye. And they also go on and do these kind of taste testing competitions, possibly. Kind of felt very much like Good Mythical Morning, but like I also enjoyed what they were doing, going on and recently doing a soda taste test. So that kind of tells you exactly when I'm doing this video, but it is what it is. Um, but also, it just seems like they're very creative. Like I was to stumble upon a video not exactly knowing exactly what the video would be about, and then I watched it and I was like, you know what, like I actually liked this video. Like, and I was just kind of hesitant to like, I don't know, but I thought it was like, I thought it was funny, or I thought it was like, this was like interesting or insightful, and maybe I can go on and check out something that like maybe it's been a while since I've seen something or something along those lines. Um, but yeah, really liked Joce and Belle, and eventually also at some points were to comment on their channel. They were to get back to me, and they were really fun. And eventually someone has never seen Star Wars, but that's okay because I rarely ever see Star Wars unless it's to just kind of be a show of some point called Kenobi. Was it Kenobi? I think it probably was. Probably Obi-Wan was probably in front of that, but still. Joce and Belle, check them out. Very creative, really enjoy them. Moving on. I am hopefully going to be able to say this YouTuber's name correctly because I can't say English good. So, with that said, I'm probably going to pronounce this incorrectly, but let's go with it. Nymheria? Nymheria. Is that correct? Probably not. But so, I will go on and leave a link in the description down below for you to go on and find a YouTuber that I spent the day today instead of really just going on and sleeping because I just had problems sleeping anyways. And so I was to just go on and just have a conversation with this YouTuber, and she is the nicest girl that I have ever met. And that's hard because there are nice people like Ma, like my ma, you know. But when really looking at it, like I was to meet this girl and talk to her upon one of her videos, and it was really nice. Went on just kind of like talked about movies and stuff like that, and maybe talked way too much about things. Because I'm a know-it-all that just blah 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 blah, and I just won't shut up. So, with that said, go on and check out this channel. Really to go on and see both show and movie moments of which that this channel is to talk about, or book reviews. Some people may be really interested in a book review channel. Me personally, I am a visual learning person. So that normally means like stuff like comic books or movies or shows can really help me learn something visually. Seeing it being played out is to really help. And plus I'm also lazy piece. So like books, if you're really interested in seeing a book review channel, definitely check out this channel. Because really, very nice YouTuber. Really enjoyed. Really enjoyed. It was a great experience. So maybe you'll go on and you will find this YouTuber and you will go on and enjoy this YouTuber also. So that is to go on and end my list of YouTubers. Let me know in the comments below how you felt about just me, not any of these other people, because that's weird. Hopefully you'll go on and find all of these YouTubing channels, subscribe to all of them. Maybe not mine because you're already subscribed. Really, there's also probably a number of channels that I probably would mention on here. That man, there was one channel that is doing really, really well, but I like this guy's content anyways. But heaven forbid I know the complete name of this channel. I know the first name is Thorius. Let me go on and pause here for a second. I'll get right back with you. Thorius Unlimited. My bad. I had a brain fart moment. But there's also several times when I would go on and do a review where I'd also just mention certain YouTubers, and like at some bubble of time, those are to still be there. And so eventually, at some point, I would possibly go on and at some point realize like, oh yeah, I should probably mention this YouTuber and I should mention this and that. So with that said, I'm going to just quickly get out of here so I can go on and do a movie review for today, because I was to have supposedly gone on and done that review, but I'm just a little behind because I wanted to do this video and then put it out quickly and then go on and do my movie review. So goodbye, everybody. Bye, buddy.